Gaining followers on Spotify is a little bit more challenging than any other social media platform because number one, the follow button is kind of hidden and small. It's not really easy to see. And also there's not really a culture of following on Spotify. When you think about it, when you find a new artist, you don't immediately think, oh, I'm going to follow them like you would on say Instagram or Facebook or something like that. However, in this video, I'm going to remedy this problem and share with you 12 tips for growing your Spotify followers for free. Hey, I'm Reagan Ram with Orpheus Audio Academy. Now, real quick, you can click in the description below to grab my free Spotify playlist placement checklist. This will walk you through a step-by-step proven process for getting your music onto more playlists so you can trigger that Spotify algorithm and explode your streams and your followers. So grab that guide in the description below, and I'll be talking more about the strategy behind it a little later on in this video. So tip number one for growing your Spotify followers is to post on social media. This might sound obvious, but bear with me. I'm going to share with you some tactics to make this strategy a little bit more effective. And so number one is just to post frequently, like frequently remind your social media followers to follow you on Spotify, because again, it's not kind of an intuitive thing to follow someone on Spotify. So if you're reminding people, hey, follow me on Spotify, and you're posting frequently, right? You can't assume that if you posted it last week that all of your followers saw it, because social media is continually reducing reach. So you kind of got to keep posting it so that different segments of your audience see your call to go follow you on Spotify. Now, it might also be helpful to make it clear where your fans are supposed to go, right? A lot of people might not even know how to follow you on Spotify. So maybe every once in a while you share a little GIF or an image that shows people how to actually follow you on Spotify. That makes it very clear and easy to see with the link so people can go and easily follow you. One final tip for this is to post in such a way that it catches your audience's attention so that they want to go and follow you. So just posting, hey, follow me, there's not a ton of that in it for them. And so if you can post that in a way that communicates what the value is for them, or maybe you post a song on Spotify, or maybe you post a song on your social media account from Spotify and you share a little story in the caption behind the song so that you're catching their attention, they're hearing the music, they're seeing the story, they're engaged, and then you share, hey, for more content like this, be sure to follow me on Spotify. Now they're engaged and they're more likely to go and take action. All right, tip number two is to update your Spotify profile regularly. All right, why should someone follow you? What's in it for them, right? Well, if you're updating your Spotify artist profile frequently, then there's a reason for them to want to follow you so they can come back and see what you are posting there. Now, real quick, if you don't have your Spotify artist profile yet, I'll have a link in the description below for how you can do that, because this is very important. Be sure to claim your Spotify artist profile. Now, once you're there are things that you'll want to frequently update, such as adding high quality photos to your profile, updating your bio and sharing your story, choosing your artist to pick, right? That little playlist or song that you want to feature on your profile. Be sure to update that regularly. Feature any playlists that you've created or playlists that you've gotten your music on below for your fans. And then also be sure to link to your social media profiles as well. And so by keeping your Spotify artist profile up to date, you're basically treating your Spotify as a social media platform, which is what you want to do if you want to keep people coming back and following you. Tip number three is to use Spotify Canvas. So Canvas are those short little videos that will play on your Spotify songs as people are listening on mobile. Now, Canvas might not really sound like a tool that's going to help you get followers, but it gives you the ability to create a richer experience for your fans, right? How can you introduce storytelling, context, or world building with that canvas that you are using for your song? Canvas is just another touch point with your fans to potentially engage with them and make that connection with them so that they want to follow you for more content. Tip number four is to release music more consistently, because if you have regular new content, specifically music coming out on your Spotify, then there is a reason to follow you so that they can get those email updates so that they can have your music in their release radar playlist. Now, if you're finding a challenge to release more music, then just click in the description below to grab my rapid song finishing checklist. And this will walk you through a proven step-by-step mixing formula so that not only will you produce higher quality music more consistently, but you'll actually be able to finish more tracks faster. So you have more music to release on Spotify and you can grow your following faster. Tip number 5 is to pitch your music to the Spotify editorial team. I have a whole guide on how to do this in the description below that you can check out, but this is something you definitely want to take advantage of. So every time you've uploaded new music that is scheduled to be released, be sure to go and pitch it to the Spotify editorial team. Now, actually getting placed is easier said than done. So again, be sure to check out my full tutorial on how to do this in the description below. Now, one strategy you're much more in control of is tip number 6, which is to pitch your music to Spotify playlist curators. So these are actual users on the platform that are creating user-generated playlists. And these are people you can directly reach out to and ask them if they will add your music to their playlist. And again, you can grab my free guide in the description that walks you through step-by-step how to implement this strategy so that you can actually get playlist placements and trigger that Spotify algorithm. So now you're getting music onto algorithmic playlists and also finally the Spotify editorial playlists as well. Tip number 7 is to pitch your music to non-playlist curators, right? This could be just any kind of influencer online. So this could be TikTok influencers. This could be magazines, websites, bloggers, YouTube channels, Instagrammers, just anyone that has an audience that you think would be interested in your music. Reach out to them and see if they would be interested in promoting your music and see if they'd be interested in using your music in their content or doing a shout out about you and your music to their audience. Tip number 8 is to directly ask people to follow you. So you can start with like friends and family, just reach out to them, say, hey, would you mind following me on Spotify? And so this is great to get your initial follower numbers up, but you can also do this with your fans on social media, especially the ones that are more engaged, that are leaving comments. You know, it's fine to reach out to them, send them a DM and say, hey, would you mind following me on Spotify, right? This will enable you to, get email updates every time we release new music, and also our music will show up for you in your release radar. And we're planning on releasing a lot more music in the future. So if you could follow us, that would be great. Something like that, something along those lines that communicates the value to them and why they would want to follow you. And so by directly reaching out to people, to your fans, you can get a lot more followers that way as well. Tip number 9 is to create culture-centered artwork for your music. So you don't want to just create great album art for your music because that isn't necessarily going to attract the right kind of listeners. So you want your music to not only stand out, but you want it to stand out to the right kind of listeners, the ones that are going to be most likely to be super fans of your music. So an example of this is the artist Leah. She creates symphonic Celtic fantasy metal music. You can see her artwork here, and it's very fantasy, very epic looking, very medieval and Celtic. And so that's all stuff that stands out to her ideal listeners, people that would be most likely to like her music. So this would be any fans of fantasy, like Lord of the Rings or Chronicles of Narnia, anyone that's interested in the medieval era or Celtic history, anyone that sees this album art who is interested in those things are likely to give her music a listen just because the artwork speaks to them. And so now if her music matches up with that, which it does, then they're likely to enjoy her music and want to follow her. We did the same thing with our artwork for our upcoming album, Lunatics. You can see the album art here. It is very synthwavy focused with the fonts and the colors and the sci-fi subject matter. So anyone who's interested in sci-fi or synthwave who sees this album art, they're likely to give our music a shot just because the artwork speaks to them. And so then if our music can be related and satisfy that interest, they are more likely to want to follow our music. So creating strategic artwork is also very important. Now, tip number 10 is to create and promote your own Spotify playlist or multiple playlists if you are creating multiple. Because by creating those playlists and growing followers of your playlist, not only are you going to get more streams of your music if you mix in your own songs, but you could get people checking out your profile as the owner of that playlist and then following you there as well. So this is another great strategy to grow your followers. Tip number 11 is to leverage the power of email marketing. And email marketing is probably one of the best, if not the best strategy for growing your music business. But I see so many artists just not utilizing this at all, which is crazy. Email marketing is a no-brainer because it is far, far better than social media. Not only are people more likely to see what you send them when you are using email versus posting on social media, but they're more likely to actually take action on what you send them, and they're more likely to buy through email than social media. So there's just so many reasons to use email, and an email subscriber is like worth 10 times or maybe even 100 times what a social media follower is worth. So by building up an email list, you can now frequently promote your Spotify to your email subscribers, right? You can post on social media like we talked about, but there's no guarantee people are going to see that. And even if they do, there's not a good chance that they're actually going to click over to Spotify, because when people are on social platforms, studies show they don't like to leave. Whereas through email, people are more conditioned to take action there and are more likely to take action. So if you can get people on your email list from social media to your email list, then you can continue to promote your Spotify them and ask them to follow you there through emails that you are sending them. And you can even set up automated email campaigns. So when someone signs up, they're automatically pitched to go and follow you on Spotify, and they're much more likely to do so through email. So this is an awesome strategy, and you can get started with email marketing and growing your email list for free by using a tool called ConvertKit. I'll have a link to that in the description below, or you can go to orpheusaudioacademy.com/ConvertKit. And the best way to go about growing your email list is to give away something for free, like a free song in exchange for your email address. So ConvertKit will let you create a little page that you can share on social media, or with whoever, or if you're in person, you can give them the link to that page. And on that page, they can put in their name or email or whatever you want to collect. And then that ConvertKit tool will automatically deliver that free song to them once they have signed up. If you want to learn more about email marketing and how to actually generate sales and results from email marketing, then I have a whole playlist full of tutorials and tips on email marketing that you can check out in the description below. Now, my final tip is to run a giveaway. This is another awesome way to get people to follow you on Spotify. So it could just be an Amazon gift card, or you could give something away that you know that your fans would be interested in. It doesn't have to be a lot of money. It can be pretty cheap, because just the possibility of getting something for free interests people and will make them want to opt in for your giveaway. You can use a free tool like King Sumo to do this, and all people have to do is enter their email address to be entered into the contest. And now, boom, you're immediately building your email list for one. But then after they've opted in, you can set up extra options, extra tasks that your entrants can complete in order to get more entries into the giveaway and increase their chances of winning. And so one of these things could be to follow you on Spotify. So you include a link back to your Spotify and say, hey, follow me for 3 extra entries, or whatever you want to have the extra entries set to. And so now people are, right, they're excited, they're opting for this free giveaway, they want to win, and now they see, oh, all I have to do is go and follow them on Spotify to get more entries. Let me go and do that. And you can rapidly grow your Spotify followers this way. And again, this is all free minus the cost of whatever you're giving away. But who knows, you could give away something for free. It could be a video chat with you, or something you already own, so it's not costing you any money. You can get creative here. So a giveaway is also another awesome way to grow your Spotify followers. Now, ultimately, the best way to grow your followers is just to get your music in front of more people, because it really is a numbers game. So the more people that hear your music, the more people you're going to get following you, right? That's kind of common sense. So how do you get more people listening to your music? How do you get more streams? How do you trigger the Spotify algorithm so that it promotes your music for you? Well, the answer is to get your music onto more user-generated playlists. And so you can grab my free guide in the description below that will walk you through how you can do this, how you can get your music onto these Spotify user-created playlists. It even includes a script, a copy and paste script that you can use when reaching out to playlist curators so that they are more likely to add your music to their playlists. And when you do this, just the fact of getting playlist ads is a positive in the eyes of the Spotify algorithm. So that makes Spotify more likely to then add your music to algorithmic playlists and editorial playlists so you can get more followers. But not only are you getting more playlist ads by doing this strategy, but you're going to get more listens, more saves, and just more positive indicators for that Spotify algorithm. So you're more likely to trigger it to promote your music for you. So this is the best strategy if you're looking to grow your Spotify streams for free, to trigger that algorithm and grow your followers and streams for free. All right, if you found this video helpful, feel free to drop a like. And if you want more tips on growing your Spotify streams and followers, just check out my playlist on the screen right now. All right, have a great day and keep creating.